Good afternoon to all of you. So today we are going to discuss the periodicity of any signal. What is a periodic signal and why it is important? Okay. So before starting this topic, I would like to emphasize on one thing. I totally believe in one part of life, that life in itself is periodic. Yes, many people don't believe in it, but the cycle of life repeats itself. So, ending this philosophical note, let's start periodicity of a continuous signal. Have a look at this signal. This is f of t plus minus kt equals to f of t. What is this plus minus kt? This plus minus kt is basically, you can understand, a time. Yes, a definite time which when kept into the formula will lead to repetition of f of t. You are getting it? It means f of t plus minus kt will give you f of t. Okay? Or to be very precise, I can say that if you consider this t as theta, yes, t as theta, then kt is that phase, that angle which when kept into the argument will give the same function. We can easily understand the periodicity from this function of sine of t. Have a look at this sine of t. When you put sine t as a function of t and the value of pi in sine of t, when we put the value of pi, then we are sure to get sine of pi, that is 0. Okay, now have a look at this. Look at this. This thing, this whole curve is repeating itself, okay, after how much time? After how much angle? This is what periodicity is all about. This whole thing repeats itself after 2 pi. If you consider this as a point, then this will repeat itself after this pi, and this is 2 pi. So this should be very clear, that basically that argument, that time, that phase after which the function repeats itself, okay, that is termed as nothing but the phase, that is sine of t. I think it is clear to this point. Now moving on to the next part, that is how this phase will be decided. Have a look at this. Sine of omega t plus phi. As I had already explained to you, that this phi will play a very critical role in understanding of sine omega naught t. So you can observe here that previously when the function was of t, the variation of sine wave was with respect to t, then the function was sine of t. In this case, the variation is with sine of omega t. So this automatically becomes sine of omega naught t plus phi. I think it is quite clear that phi, the role of phi is also clear. Phi is that argument which when added will give you the function of sine. Now coming back to the time period of both the signals. As there is a statement that has been quoted just below these two figures, that can you comment on the time period of sine of omega naught t plus phi and sine of omega naught t, whether they will both be same or different? Obviously the time period for both the functions will be same, because after 2 pi, if you look at this particular angle sine omega naught t plus phi, if you add 2 pi in this, then this becomes sine of omega naught t plus phi plus 2 pi. So it will repeat, it will again become sine omega naught t plus phi. So it is going to repeat itself after 2 pi. So I think the understanding of the concept of periodicity is quite clear, or it is, I think, becoming somewhat clear. Now the better understanding of this concept will become when we would study the periodic signal. Have a look at the periodic signal. Sine of 2 pi t by 5 plus pi by 2 plus cosine of pi by 3t. Okay, sine of 2 pi by 5t plus pi by 2 plus cosine of pi by 3t. First of all, have a look at omega naught. What is omega naught here? This is this part, omega naught t. This is phasor phase phi. So this is omega naught t is 2 pi by 5, and here in this case the omega naught 2 is pi by 3. So I can correlate one thing, that my dear students, both of these functions combine together to form a third function. This is one function, this is another function. How to deal with this? Both are having a different omega 1, omega 2. So how to understand the basic concept of periodicity, how the signal is periodic, how we can comment upon that. No need to worry. It is very simple and easy to understand. Have a look at this. First of all, we have to collect omega 1, that is 2 pi by 5. Again we will collect omega 2, that is pi by 3. Okay. No need to emphasize on phase. As I had told you that sine omega t plus phi naught is equal to sine of omega naught t. Both will have the same period. So no due consideration is required for phase. I think I am quite clear with this point. Now omega 1 is there, omega 2 is there. Now we can easily find whether omega 1 by omega 2 is rational or not. Yes. So we will divide, we will perform the division of omega 1 and omega 2. Omega 1 by omega 2 gives you 2 pi by 5 divided by pi by 3, that is 6 by 5. Now the $1 million question, which with very few people understand, that whether 6 by 5 is rational or not. Once again I am coming back to this point, whether 6 by 5 is rational or not. Well, 6 by 5 is a rational number, so it is a rational number. Done. Now we will come to omega 1 by omega 2. Again, if we look at omega 1 by omega 2, it is going to become rational once again. Okay, and whenever the ratio of omega 1 and omega 2 comes out to be rational, then our problem is solved. If there are three terms, then we will perform omega 1 by omega 2, comma, omega 2 by omega 3, comma, omega 3 by omega 1, and each of the three should come out to be a rational. If each of these three are rational, then for sure we can comment on one thing, and that comment is that all the three functions are combined together to form a periodic signal. I think this point is quite clear. So I can simply say that these three are also periodic. So coming back to our original problem, we can comment here that okay, these functions are periodic. Now how to find the period of this signal? It's very easy. We have to find the HCF of this function, omega 1, omega 2 combined. How we are going to deduce the HCF? Simply take the numerators together, plug them, and find the HCF of numerators. For the denominator, we have to again plug the denominators and find the LCM of these two. So what we are left with? 2 pi and pi. The highest common factor between these two is pi. Of 5 by 3, 5 and 3, the LCM is going to be 15. So the omega naught, the common omega naught, comes out to be pi by 15. Okay. Now the determination of periodicity becomes quite easy. We have to simply divide 2 pi by omega naught, the equivalent omega naught, that is 2 pi by 15, which will give you 30, and that 30 is your periodicity, period of the compact series. Hopefully this concept becomes clear. Thanks a lot for listening, and maybe we meet in the next lecture. Thank you.